It is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. Right now, if you live in Hamblin County, you'll need to be on the lookout for what the sheriff's office is calling a prowler.
Neighbors are rightfully concerned for their safety. Look at this. A security camera caught this person walking around homes in the Sky High Court neighborhood. The sheriff's office says that person had a gun. Several neighbors tell us he knocked on their doors and windows around midnight on Sunday. One neighbor says they heard several gunshots. Thankfully, no one is hurt. If you see this person or if you know anything about who they may be, contact police.
And right now, the Campbell County Sheriff's Office is trying to figure out what led to the death of a 17-year-old girl. Family members found Kimber Wilson dead at her great-grandfather's home in Caryville. Her family tells us she was 5 months pregnant. Her uncle says he saw her just after midnight the night before, and everything seemed fine. She seemed fine. Her friends say she was looking forward to being a mother.
I can't believe she's actually gone. I don't believe it. She was a sweet living girl. She was beautiful.
The Tennessee Highway Patrol issued a BOLO alert for Kimber's boyfriend. That alert has since been canceled. We're still working this morning with the TBI and Caryville Police Department to find out why that alert was canceled and how Kimber died. Also in Campbell County, the skeletal remains of a child, a baby girl found nearly 4 decades ago, are now identified. The TBI says they belong to Tracy Sue Walker. She went missing from Indiana in 1978. Walker's remains were found in the Big Wheel Gap area of Elk Valley in 1985. Investigators are now asking for help in finding out what happened. And continuing coverage, police are now charging the driver of the car that crashed into the Sweet Peas restaurant in Fountain City.
A nearby business security camera caught the crash. The car hit the building. This was early in the morning on August 7th. No one was inside the building at the time of the crash. Police say the man who originally told them he was a passenger in the car turned out to be the driver. 45-year-old David England of Knoxville is now charged with reckless driving and driving with a revoked license. The restaurant is only open right now for catering. And
a man is in custody. Police say he fired shots into a Knoxville apartment complex. Officers were called to a dispute between the landlord and a tenant at 100 Brentway Circle yesterday afternoon. They say 62-year-old Greg Swanson fired shots from inside his apartment at the door when they showed up. Police say Swanson surrendered after extensive negotiations. No word yet on specific charges.
Well, Governor Bill Lee says they are making progress when it comes to school safety after announcing those new protocols in May. Since then, he says every school in the state has submitted a safety assessment plan, and more than 600 school resource officers took advantage of the state-offered training. Right now, more than 10,000 people are using the Safe Tennessee app. It allows you to report any threats or concerns at your child's school.
And today's your last day to shop for groceries tax-free. Governor Lee avoided the 4% statewide grocery tax for the entire month of August to help with the rising costs of inflation. That's set to expire at 11:59 tonight. And if you're shopping today at Food City, you can support the Medal of Honor convention right here in Knoxville.
Today through September 9th, you can make a $1, $3, or $5 donation when you check out. 100% of those funds collected will benefit the Medal of Honor celebration that's coming to Knoxville starting September 6th through the 10th. Food City is also committed to making a $100,000 contribution as well. And be sure to join us tonight as we get you ready for the Medal of Honor convention. We're sharing the stories of bravery and sacrifice as recipients make their way to Knoxville, and we'll show you how you can get involved. Join myself and Ted Hall. That special airs tonight at 7 o'clock right here on WVLT.
And new details this morning. A crisis is unfolding in Jackson, Mississippi. Nearly 200,000 people don't have safe drinking water right now. Recent flooding worsened a problem at a water treatment plant. A new pump is being brought in today to increase the water pressure, but officials say they don't know how long that issue will last. Mississippi's capital has also been under a boil water advisory for a month.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And former Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev has died. He became the leader of the Soviet Union in 1985 until it dissolved in 1991. Doctors say Gorbachev died after a severe and prolonged illness. He was 91 years old. And new this morning, today's your last chance to eat at S&S Cafeteria on Kingston Pike.
Yeah, they're shutting the doors for good after being in business for nearly 50 years. Employees tell us that business really slowed down the last few years after the pandemic. It never picked back up, and losing the dinner crowd hurt them most. The chain will still have locations open in Macon, Augusta, and Charleston. Well, WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols. We are getting our first look at some of those renovations inside Neyland Stadium tomorrow night. tonight. You're going to see that new Jumbotron, a party deck in the north end zone, and more premium seating is being added to the lower level. Make sure you join us tomorrow morning for our special Big Orange kickoff. We will be live on campus. We're going to hear from Coach Heupel, the team. Plus, we are talking to the people off the field that make game day what it is. That all starts at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
And right now, the Broadway Viaduct in downtown Knoxville is set to reopen today. The nearly 100-year-old road closed in 2019 in need of significant updates and repairs. The new bridge has 2 travel lanes, a center turn lane, bike lanes, sidewalks. Some crews will still be out there today, finishing up a few things, so be cautious if you are headed that way. I know one person that's thrilled about this viaduct. Whitney Turner, she's got your first alert traffic.
I think we're all excited about the Broadway Viaduct reopening today. But as you're getting out the door on this Wednesday morning, be mindful you could run into this patchy dense fog. This is a live look at I-40 just east of Winfield Dunn Parkway. Get those low beams on, but those views do vary. In fact, this is a look at I-40 right around Rutledge Pike, where it is all clear, no issues there. You can see that steady traffic moving to and from downtown Knoxville this morning. We're not seeing any congestion ahead of that morning rush, but those school buses are on their route, so make sure you're giving them extra space and you're following the speed limit through those school zones.
Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Paige Noel.
Yeah, it's foggy out there for sure, depending on where you are, especially in parts of the valley and up along the Kentucky-Tennessee line in southeastern Kentucky. It's 67 in Knoxville right now, already into the upper 50s, Williamsburg. Low to mid 60s across the area. That humidity is continuing to drop. So as the kids are headed to school, it's closer to about 65 degrees. Some of us drop into near 65 degrees here over the next little bit. It's going to be a nice, beautiful day. We got a whole lot of that sunshine, and that continues heading into tomorrow. Talk about the Vols, your all-vol forecast presented by Food City. Tailgating tomorrow, it's 84 by 1 o'clock, 87 by 3, 89 by 5. Hot, sunny, dry, beautiful. So that continues today and tomorrow. We're back into those lower 90s, though, by the end of the week and into the weekend. And as we look ahead towards your Labor Day weekend, Saturday looking a little bit better than Sunday and Monday, as we could be tracking a few isolated to scattered rain and storms both days, and then dropping into about the low to mid 80s early next week, but not too bad over the next few days.
It's going to be nice for that football game tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be so nice.
Look what we have here. Harry somehow got his hands on these Tennessee Vol donuts.
Look at these.
Yeah, you can get them at
Donut?
Dunkin' right now until the 14th. But hey, everybody around town's getting ready for the Vols.
I'm so
football
excited.
time in Tennessee.
And if you work here at WVLT and you're coming in, these are not going to make it till 9 o'clock. I promise
Harry's
you that.
eating the whole dozen.